Well, good afternoon, guys. We are here for another Bark River review. This one has been highly requested over the last weeks. Am I going to do the squad leader? Yes. Today we are going to talk about the Bark River squad leader. It has all the same Bark River goodness that you're used to seeing here. So hang around and we'll have some fun together. Well, welcome back. Thanks for choosing to spend your time with me today. I do appreciate it very much. I hope you're going to have some fun. We're here to talk about the Bark River squad leader. Obviously, this baby is well used. I have been using and somewhat abusing this knife for probably 2.5, 3 months, something like that. So without too much rambling or yakking, which I'm very famous for, I'm sure, let's go ahead and run down the specs really quick without getting too much into this from the very get-go, and then we're going to get busy because there's a lot of ground I want to cover today. The Bark River Knives Bravo Squad Leader. The overall length is 9.75 inches long. The blade length is 4.6 inches long. The actual cutting edge is 4.4 inches long. The blade height is 1.33 inches. The steel is A2 hardened to 58 to 60 rock wool. The thickness is 0.217 on the spine, and the weight is 9.3 ounces. I do want to point out the sheath that comes with this blade. It is ambidextrous. This retention strap will flip around, so the blade, if you're a righty like me, the blade will slip in that way, and if you're wrong-handed, it will flip around and fit in that way. You just move the retention strap to the other side. Well, keeping the pace up, what's on the docket today? Well, it's almost the 4th of July, so let's hit up some American pastimes. This being a more tactical style blade from Bark River, what we're going to do is we're going to play with guns a little bit and see how that kind of translates over into a tactical style blade. We're also going to hit up another American pastime, good food over an open fire. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the other side. This is what we're used to seeing with Bark River knives. The convex they have on here is spectacular. I've said it time and time again, it is almost like a Scandi. It works like a Scandi when you want it to, but it works like a much beefier blade at the same time when you want it to do that. It is an excellent slicer. It will make a killer feather stick. As far as carving tasks go, you can remove exactly how much material you want to. Just choke up on it if you want to remove a lot, or just angle back if you want to do finer shavings. This is 0.217 on the spine, I believe. It does have a gradual taper up, but I would say the grind line on this is more like, it starts about what you typically see from a saber, so it does split wood very well if you're batoning and stuff like that. The handle is what we're used to seeing from the Bravo series. It is very comfortable in the hand when you're batoning, doing heavy work. It doesn't transfer that vibration to, cause pain over time or anything like that. It is extremely comfortable, no hot spots. This is a blade you can truly work with all day long and not really tell with any ill effects with your hand or your forearm. Now let's talk about the swedge I mentioned earlier. It does give it more tip strength. That translates into bushcraft if you're having to drill into a hearth board, or like earlier I drilled out the pine knot in that pine tree. It allowed me to get that break in that limb flush as opposed to just leaving about a ½ inch stump sticking out of that tree. Don't go too deep. Just maybe about 1/4 inch deep. Now notice how the break is flush with the tree. It's perfectly flush. You still have plenty of resin and fat wood to protect the tree from disease. And you got all that nice fat wood to take with you to start your fire. Also in the more tactical arena, I'm not a tactical guy, so I can't really delve into that too much, but I did have a lot of fun digging that 9mm round out of that 2x6 board. Now it does have this little finger choil right here, lets you choke up on it really nice. It doesn't fit your entire finger in there, but it does let you get closer to the area you're working for a straighter line with your forearm for more force. And it also does double for a nice ferro rod striker. The spine on this is not a true 90 degree, it is close. It will strike a ferro rod, but not quite as well as you would expect to see from a true 90 degree spine. But that does translate to a very comfortable thumb rest on the back of the spine. Another thing the Bark River has done exceptionally well on this knife, this is A2. They have dialed in that rock wool hardness at 58 to 60. It holds an edge exceptionally well for A2. But A2, it's not one of those super steels that you have to put it on the strop and just keep on going for 15 minutes to bring it back to an edge. A2 is easy to maintain as far as edge retention goes, so just throw it on that strop and it takes just a couple of minutes to get it back to a hair popping sharp. And also A2 does have some corrosion resistance, so it's not a stainless steel. It will rust, it will mar up, you know, it will take a patina over time, but it's not like a real high carbon steel like 01 or 1095. So it does have a fair amount of resistance to, you know, moisture and stuff like that. This was originally going to be one long, kind of like bacon roll, so to speak, but the local yellow jacket population got wind of the beef I was using, and I got a little bit swarmed there for a minute, and I accidentally broke it into 2 pieces. Whatever, we'll make do. So overall, this is everything I have come to expect from a Bark River knife. It works exceptionally well. I have no complaints with it whatsoever. If I were to change anything about the knife, I would probably go ahead and make a true 90 on that spine. The sharper edges doesn't bother my thumb, but that's an end user preference thing. I will probably go ahead and do that myself. But aside from that, I have zero complaints with this knife. Everything about it, it is well thought out, and there's a purpose for it to be the way it is, and I enjoy the design. Give you guys a close-up, make you properly jealous. This is nothing more than, on the inside there is jalapeno Parmesan cheese wrapped inside hamburger that has been seasoned with extra spicy Tony C's, all wrapped up in bacon. That, my friends, is a winner. Jalapeno Parmesan cheese, hamburger wrapped in bacon. Oh yeah, you guys are jealous, I know you are. Now get out there and make some for yourself. Well folks, thanks again for being here today. I do appreciate your time very much. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, helped you make a decision whether the squad leader from Bark River Knives is for you, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Also, there's a subscribe button right down here. If you'd make use of that, if you enjoy content such as this, I would appreciate it very much. And as always, guys, hit up the comment section. I enjoy talking about these videos, the concepts that are introduced in these videos, as well as the gear shown in these videos. So anyway, hit up the comment section. Let's talk about this knife and other stuff. Anyway, thanks again for being here today, and I will see you next time. You guys have a great day.